card. And if you're new to my channel or this page, I am the owner behind mypinkstamper.com. I have been blogging and on YouTube and all of that fun stuff for over 14 years. I've been in the paper crafting community for almost 23 years now. So it's been a long time that I've been doing this stuff all over the place. And I have been with Stampin' Up! For 6 years in June. I've been back with Stampin' Up! I was with Stampin' Up! Years ago for a little bit of time, and then I took a break and I've been back for almost 6 years. So I want you to imagine tonight that you're with me and we're crafting together and we're having a fun time. Email, which one am I going to start with? Okay, which one? Okay, I'll set this one aside. I have it all ready. This one, I don't need these. Okay. All right, so this very first one is so pretty. Okay, so for this one, you're going to need the Melon Mambo, the Smoky Slate, and you'll need the basic gray. I'm gonna adjust my camera just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then you'll also need just the blocks for your stamps. So I have them all ready to go. And then I'm going to send you everything already cut and ready to go, but I don't have it cut. The ribbon's not cut yet for this one. All right, so this one we're gonna do some fun stamping, but I'm going to cut out some items first with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and I'll have these already ready for you as well. Okay, I'm gonna get everything organized and ready to go. Okay, I'll pull this right up here. And tonight's giveaway is a mini one of these. It's a mini cut and emboss, which is kind of fun. All right, so I am going to be using our basic white cardstock. And if you get tonight's special, you'll get a full supply list that has all of the sizes I've used tonight and the item codes. And then I'm using Smoky Slate cardstock right there. I'm using the dies, and I think I've used these the last 2 weeks. They're from the Hippo and Friends dies. These coordinate with the Hippo Happiness stamp set that I designed as part of my $1 Million reward with Stampin' Up! They let you design a stamp set with them, and so I like to use these dies until I have a feeling they might be retiring. They've already been out for a year, but we'll see. And if they don't, if they do, it's okay. If they don't, it's even better. Okay, so there's some really fun frames in the Hippo and Friends dies. So I'm going to just run this through. Okay. And the great thing about if you're a newer stamper and you don't own a die cut machine yet, these Friday night mini classes are great for you because I have that already done, so you don't have to worry about it. And then when you're getting ready to get started, you'll already have some ideas ready to go. Okay, where's my garbage? All right, I'm gonna put these aside. All right, so we're going to be stamping first. And for this one, we're using Celebrating Your Day. We're going to use this flower, this, we're gonna use quite a bit of these. This one here, this one right here, this one, and this one. So it's going to be super fun. Let me put my sample over here so I can remember what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna start with Celebrating Your Day, and I'm going to stamp this in Melon Mambo ink, which is one of my favorite ink colors, obviously, because it matches my branding and it matches my office and everything else, usually my nails. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this right in the center. There we go, Celebrating Your Day, and I'm just going to set that aside. Let's see, I'm gonna put this over here. I can clean it later. Now I'm going to take this piece of basic white cardstock and we're gonna have a stamping party. I mean, what got me hooked on stamping, and actually it was Stampin' Up! Stampin' Up! Was my very first time ever stamping, was making my own background paper. So we're gonna do that tonight. We are going to start with Smoky Slate right here, and we're gonna use the big flower. So we're making a very big, let me see if I'm going to stamp this off or no, I'm just going to stamp it and it's going to be full. I'm going to stamp one flower, top left, and then I'm going to Actually, I think I might want it a little bit lighter, so I'm just gonna flip it over. It's a great thing about stamping is if you change your mind, you can just flip it over. So I'm going to stamp it off first. I just want it to be a really light version, there we go, of the gray. Stamp it off, and then I'm going to put one down here a little bit. Now this isn't exactly in the middle, it's just down a little bit, and I'll show you why in a second. And then we're gonna put one down here, okay? So now while I have that out, we're gonna clean this off before our next project. I'm going to use the little dots, and I'm just going to put them right in the center. Gray flowers, who would have thought? And now we are going to use, did I grab the wrong color? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm going to take this and close it. Now I'm going to use basic gray. It's a darker gray, but I think I'm just going to do full strength, and I'm going to add one here, that way, and then one down here, the same way, and then I want one coming off. Now I'm just going to flip it, and I'm going to have an end here, one here, and then one over there. So there was kind of, usually I'm not as orderly with my background, I kind of just throw things. Now I'm going to do the more detailed, and then flip it. And some of you are getting this card in the mail from me if you placed an order in February. I made a batch of these for my customer thank you cards. So if you place an order that's not part of a mini class or a promotion, you just go to my website. I usually send out little surprise thank you packages. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that here. I'm going to now grab the Melon Mambo again. I think that's all we need, those two for this one. And then I'm going to grab the three little bollies. That's not the name, I'm sure, but the three little round stamps together. I'm going to stamp them off, and I just want it to be lighter. So I'm just going to kind of fill in some of the gaps. Stamp off first. You can add as many or as little as you'd like. Do you like my little routine? Dun, dun, dun. I usually overstamp. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, is that a song? Dun, dun, dun. It is now dun, dun, dun. Okay. Now I'm going to take these ones that look like little eyeballs and a nose. Okay. And I'm sure it's not. I'm just going to add those on there, full strength. Oh, I think I forgot to grab. I'll go grab it in a second. We're going to use some rhinestones on this baby and jazz it up. All right. That's all of the stamping. Now we're going to put this one together. I'm going to set that over there. Which other one do I not need? I don't need that one. And the rest I will need. Okay. Isn't this a cute? This is a small grid paper. It's actually for the Stamparatus, but I just use it for my stamping now, so I don't have to pull the big one out. Just grab this little one. All right, I am going to take this piece of Melon Mambo cardstock, that's the card base, and I'm going to fold this in half. Okay, and now we're going to take this beautiful glittery burgundy black ribbon. It's my favorite. So pretty. And I'm going to have this go across from here to here on the white. So I will turn this upside down. Well, no, I won't yet. I won't do that just yet. I'm going to measure it down about a good 1.5 inches, about right here. Turn it over and just kind of remember where it is. Sometimes I'll just use regular tape. I'm just going to use our Seal Plus and just really push it in there. Our Seal Plus adhesive. Push that in there while it's upside down. I'm going to go ahead and just add some of the Seal Plus adhesive. Did I get some up there? I did. All right. For some reason, there we go. It wasn't picking up right there. Aha! I see what I did. There we go. Okay. Of course, this is doing this on a live video. There we go. I had it stuck. Okay, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to add this on here. Okay. And now I'm going to take this little piece here, and I'm going to grab some of our Stampin' Dimensionals. You guys having fun stamping with me, crafting with me? I hope you've got your crafts out and you're crafting. I'm going to work on some more thank you cards after this. All of my boys are gone tonight, and that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. I think there's a game on or something that my husband will be watching. He can always find a game. Isn't it weird? There's always a game on every night. All right, so now I'm going to put this right here, celebrating your day. And then I'm going to grab these black mats that are actually unorderable right now. So you'll get 4 of these little dots, not sheets, in your little packet if you order the mini class tonight, the little promotion. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. You can add dimensionals, but I'm just going to add, I love these foam adhesive strips. I am so hooked on them. They're so quick and easy, and you can use them for your shaker cards too, or window cards, or anything that you want raised up, or if that's upside down, that'd have been funny actually. Okay, so now let me go grab, I'm not done yet. I'm gonna grab some rhinestones. Oh, I grabbed pearls. Let me grab rhinestones. Where are you? Here you are. Okay. So this is how I store my rhinestones. How do you store yours, right? I just put them all in a little bag. Okay, so we're gonna be using 9. That's a lot. So you're going to get 18 in your little class packet. And sometimes one will fall off. And I can't help that, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna do little bunches of 3 in the centers of the gray, and it just kind of makes them. Isn't that so fun? Just makes them. And this is only card number 1 for the evening. Doot, doot, doot. Okay, Robyn. And I'm using the Take Your Pick tool to slide these off and put them on there. I love the Take Your Pick tool because there's also a paper piercer on here. There's the putty. If you have a small little piece, die cut piece or paper. Where's my lid? Okay. My little dimensional flew off at me, of course, because it knows that I'm live. It says, you're live. I'm gonna jump at you. All right. There we go. Isn't that so gorgeous? Who would have thought? All right, so here's the other one I made. So you'll be making 2 of these. I'll send you the materials to make both of these. And then let's move on to project number 2. The next one, we're going to be using a paper trimmer. Here's the stamp set. I'm gonna go ahead and clean off my stamps for a second and read some of your comments if you have any questions. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna spray that on there. And now I'm going to just, this is the Stampin', it makes my camera get all weird. It's the Stampin' Mist and the scrub. This is what I use to clean my stamps. I've been cleaning my stamps this way for 21 years now. Stampin' Up! Has always had some version of the Stampin' Scrub and Mist. And I know some of you like the Simply Chamois. It's not my favorite for regular. I use it for when I'm using the Stamparatus. It's the easiest to clean it off. But this is easy, and then I just close it, and I forget about it, and about a week or 2, then I'll rinse it off. Actually, lately, it's been more every 3 or 4 days, because I've been stamping a lot. All right, for the next card, make sure you guys can't see this. We're using the flower, the little round things together, the top of that, and then we're using the leaf and the leaf, and the Get Well Soon. So we can make a Get Well Soon card because we all need that. I just found out another one of my friends is sick today, and her mom and her sister. So we're thinking about all of you and your families right now, and we have a great need to make Get Well Soon cards, right? And thinking of you and thank you, right? Happy birthday. There's always a reason to make cards. So this one, we're using the pearls, so that'll be fun. Okay, so we're going to start with some of our basic white cardstock, and we're also using the petal pink for this one. And this is the 1.5 punch, circle punch. So we need that one. Put that with my scraps. And then for this petal pink, we're using just a little bit bigger size, and it's from the layering circles. So I'm gonna go ahead. I hear some kids that just got home, and I hear them stomping up the stairs. That's okay, because you know what? I want you to pretend that you're in my home with me, and this is exactly what it's like, especially with boys. My boys are not louder than when I had my girls, because when my girls were here, I had 5 kids at home. So I will take 3 loud teenage boys right now. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we're going to start with, there's only one that we're cutting, and it's right here with the petal pink. And I'll go ahead and run this through. Now this will fit in the Stampin' Mini if you have the little mini cut and emboss, and it just makes me so happy. It makes me smiley, just like our mini dimensionals. Anything miniature, I don't know about you, but I just love it. Just love everything mini sized. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, and while I have this out, we're going to do a little bit of embossing, and we're using my favorite embossing folder. I don't know what I will ever do if Stampin' Up! Retires it, but I'm sure they'll have something better, bigger and better that I'll love. Okay, so we're using the brick and mortar. This is my absolute favorite. I feature this almost in every one of my weekly online classes. It looks good with almost every single card theme. So I'm using a piece of, this is basic gray cardstock. And again, all of the sizes are included in the supply sheet for the promotion tonight. Okay, so I'm just gonna run that through. That's the wrong top. Some of you were like, Robyn, that's the wrong top. I'm sorry. Let me grab it really quick. Can't get it under my nails. Hold on. Nail problems. So this is the specialty plate that's included in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. This is available right now. It's in stock on my shopping page, shopmypinkstamper.com. I think I forgot to mention that. Okay, that's all we're using that for. I'll just set that aside. Okay, you ready for the magic? I am. Okay, here we go. Look at how magical that is. It's so pretty, and I love that some of the bricks stick up, because when I look outside at my bricks, that's exactly what it looks like. It's very realistic. All right, now what we're going to do is, we're not going to stamp. No, I think we'll do the card base first. So we're going to grab our piece of thick Whisper White, our basic white, and I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. Okay, so this has a scoring blade. This is the paper trimmer with Stampin' Up. It has a scoring blade and a cutting blade, so just score it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the right side, there's a little 1 inch mark. I'm going to go to the 1 inch, and I'm going to cut that off. Okay, and then just save this with your scraps, and that's all I need that for. And now I'm going to fold this in half and get a really tight crease. I love using the bone folder if you haven't tried it yet. It's a must-have. Now I'm going to grab this little tiny strip. Well, it's not that tiny, is it? This is our subtle designer series paper, and we'll be getting new designer series paper in the May catalog. Are you so excited? If you're one of my current customers and you've placed an order of $50 or more in the past 4 months, either signed up for a class or online order, you'll be getting a complimentary catalog from me in the mail. Okay, so we have this. It's going to be so cute. And we'll go ahead and just add this over here. It's like I'm doing this backwards today. Usually I do my stamping first. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and be super careful. The Seal Plus is so super strong. We do have the regular seal that sometimes if you're using it on embossed paper, it'll pick up the fibers. So you have to be just very soft, but it's worth it. Let me tell you what. It's so strong. This baby ain't going anywhere. That didn't sound very grammatically correct. It's not going anywhere. It's just staying put. All right. I'm going to put this right here. Like that. And then I'm just going to set this aside. So we'll find out what's going to happen with it in just a few minutes. Let me grab my little mini pad, which I love. And I'm going to do the Get Well Soon. We'll stamp that. We're going to use the petal pink first. And I'm going to do the Get Well Soon, just right in the center. Okay, it was upside down. It doesn't even matter. And then now, while I have that open, I'm going to grab this little piece of basic white. And I've got to get some ink on my fingers first because it's just what I do. Do you guys do the same thing? I was filming a class video today, and every single aspect of those cards, I was getting ink all over because I had it on my fingers. It was just one of those inky finger days. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just ink this big flower up in the petal pink, and I'm just going to put one right up here at the top, just like that. Set that aside. And now I'm going to put this away just for a second, and we're going to grab the smoky slate, and we're going to grab the leaves, and I'm just going to add a leaf here, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. This is a great whimsical stamp set. Those are probably ones I lean more toward more. I love just the ones that you don't have to be perfect. They're my favorites. And then I'm using the basic gray to add the vines, right? Is it the vines of the leaf? Sounded like I knew for a second what I was talking about. Now I'm going to take the petal pink again and the 3 little round things. I don't know if it sounds good saying 3 little bally things. I don't know what they're called. There's probably some sort of flower technical term I know nothing about, honestly. And I'm just going to put these all over the place. Just put them wherever you want. And of course, I'm going to add one in here because now I have too many, right? There's never too many. When I'm making my projects, there's never too many stamps. I love it all covered up. Sometimes less is more, I know, but not with me today. Oh, this is so pretty. Now I'm just inking this in the little smiley faces. Maybe you don't see smiley faces when you see these, but I do. These are probably berries, maybe not. Maybe they are. We'll pretend they are. All right, that's all we're doing right now for that. Go ahead and close this. Now we can put the card together, and it's just going to just magically look amazing. I'm going to take my Seal Plus and add it to the basic white, and then I'm going to add it to this little piece of smoky slate that's cut a little bit larger. And now I want this raised up. It's going to go right here, okay? I want it raised up, so I'm going to use the foam adhesive strips, and I'm just going to make myself a little bit of, do I have a pen? I don't normally do this, but I'm going to today because I don't want the adhesive to show. So this is just going to try to, line up. I'm going to just make a little mark right here. I know, are you brave? Would you do that? I don't know if I should have done that, but let me look. I cracked myself up. Not really. Okay, yeah, it's just barely sticking over. Okay, but why I did that was because, let me tell you why. Because I'm using the foam adhesive strips, and I don't want to go over that because then you'll see the adhesive on when you open it up, and we don't want to do that. That might be a little tacky. I don't know. Maybe you don't mind it. I do mind adhesive showing on my cards. I don't mind the ink as much, but okay, I want this up a little bit higher. Okay, like that. And now I'm going to take the Get Well, and we're going to get this one all ready to go. That's going to go on here. And then I'm also going to use the foam adhesive strips because I want it to be the same height. The foam adhesive strips and the dimensionals are not the same height. So if you're trying to line something up, if I didn't use the foam adhesive strips on this one, it would be lower. It would look kind of different on that. So I'm just going to grab the foam adhesive strips, and I might have to, okay, so I want this on the right here and right here. And then I'm going to put adhesive on the top, so it'll still stick on my card, but then it will be lifted up below it. So we're not done yet. We're gonna take the pearls. Where did they go? We're gonna take the pearls. Oh no, mister. There we go. Ah, I'm sorry. I had a pearl problem, but I'm good. Everything's okay. I'm all right. Where did I put my Take Your Pick tool? I'm gonna grab the Take Your Pick tool again, and I'm going to add 3 pearls to the center. So gorgeous. Look at this. And the pearls, to me, the pearls just really make this card. So there is that one. Let me show you. Let me make sure I did it right. I Did it right, I think. So cute. Isn't that adorable? All right, so that is the promotion tonight. You get the materials to make these. Plus, Brian picked out, if you missed it, my husband Brian picked out an extra promotion. You'll also get a Wink of Stella, which is $8 retail in your package of materials, which is actually a pretty sweet deal. I hope the weather is great wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next Friday night.